Skip Novak, and I'm from Cape Town, originally from the States, but a lot of sea miles in between Chicago and Cape Town. And I'm sort of one of the project managers on this new build at KM Yachts, Pelagic 77. Well, we've known about KM Yachts for years because we're very familiar with a lot of their best of our designs that were designed by Jerry Dykstra and featured in many magazines, obviously all over the world, about going to high latitude areas, high north, high south, and these are, belt and braces, very sturdy, generally simple yachts for this purpose. And we wanted to have that same level. KM has a reputation for having a good medium level between super luxurious and not so super luxurious, right at the right level, that it has to be a warm, cozy, comfort boat, but generally simple systems, very strongly built and robust, and bare aluminium, which is great. Yeah, this project we're building at K&M now is a Tony Castro designed 77-footer. We call it the Pelagic 77, Pelagic being sort of a type that I'm known for because I've got two other Pelagics that operate down in Antarctica for the last 30 years. So this is an evolution of my Pelagic Australis, which was a 74-footer. So it's got quite a few changes to it. It's two masts, twin rudders, twin engine, but pretty much the same concept in the deck layout, same concept in the interior. And we're going to be hoping to also charter with Pelagic Expeditions, my marketing company, down in these same regions, both high north in the Arctic and down south in the Antarctic and South Georgia and Patagonia. Yes, the construction is amazingly going pretty much according to plan in the COVID crisis we've had now, which is pretty surprising because industry all over the world has shut down. Certainly in Cape Town we had 2 months where nobody was going to work, but it seems like the Dutch shipyards seem to work right through the pandemic. So we're slightly late from our original launching period, maybe 2 months, but that's totally acceptable given the circumstances. So we're very happy that KM was able to continue as they did. It's great news. We're extremely pleased with the building. I mean, I haven't been here that often. My last trip was in March, and then of course we have the lockdowns all over the world, and so now I was back in October and back now. So I haven't spent as much time here as I would have liked to, and I missed a lot of the fun parts of the systems going in and the interior. But what I see now that you've done is, it's fantastic. I mean, I'm very pleased. The aluminium work is superb, as expected. I mean, that's what KM is famous for. And, as you see, it's all bare aluminium, so there's nothing hidden. There's no filler and paint over all the welding and all the shapes. So it's just absolutely superb. And, paint is terrible on an aluminium boat. And when you're going cruising and serious cruising, the last thing you want to worry about is a paint job. If I was going to build another yacht, I'd definitely go back to K&M because, as I said, the other yards are usually building more sophisticated for the super yacht, luxurious market, which K&M could also do to that standard, but the reputation is really doing this type of really serious cruising boats that are not in marinas, they're out in remote areas. And that's really what we wanted. We didn't want a really over-sophisticated boat. That's not the idea for doing what we're doing. Well, the things I would do differently next time is true probably if any shipyard you go into, the specifications are never as complete as you'd like them to be, and I'd spend more time on specifications to pick up a lot of more of the details that the yard would be expected to do, because it's the same with every shipyard. You're always adding things as you build on a very custom yacht like this is. So for my part, I would spend more time on the specs to get more detailing in. And now that I understand how KM builds the boats, because it's also a methodology implied about how they put these boats together, I have a better understanding of that now, so I think I could write a better specification to make things even easier than we've had. But building a custom boat is never easy. It's never easy for the builder. It's never easy for the owners and the project managers. It's a very difficult task, and that's just the way it is. Well, I think for me to be, what I'm really happy about with this boat from a construction point of view is the bare aluminium hull structures and deck, and I just really like this style. And the implication is that it's going to be easy to maintain, and where we go, we want to do things on shore, mountain climbing, diving, expeditions, science trips, and film teams, supporting film teams. And you need something that's fairly what we call agricultural in one sense, whereas you're not worried about scraping the top sides or damaging the paint. And this is really a great thing. For me personally, from the design point, I think the deck layout is superb. It's very different from any deck layout of any other yachts we've seen. And it's sort of the same concept of my 74-footer, and it works extremely well. It's an extremely safe place to sail the boat. The center cockpit back here, and then also the forward cockpit as well for reefing. So that's something we didn't change very much in the concept.